Welcome to a new episode of a new segment I like to call the Apple Daddy's Toy Box. Here today we are going to be doing a fresh new review. Hopefully we can get these videos out maybe once every week. We'll see how that goes. But right now I'm really excited. I just got in the mail today, the new Figma Max Factory Terra Formars figure. Now, this may have been out for a little while. I don't know. Wasn't really sure when it came out, but I saw it online. It looked cool, so I bought it. So, as you can see, this is number 230 in the Figma line. And what can I say about it? It's freaking crazy looking. But yeah, I'm excited. So I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and do the unboxing. Let's see what we got inside. So here we have it, guys. Here's the Figma 230 Terra Formars Figma figure. So we're going to go ahead and dig right into this thing here. So first thing you can notice, you can see here's the front portion where the window's opening. You can peer in and see it. Kind of get rid of some of that glare there. But as you can see, there he is in his dark glory. All the accessories lined up, looking really spiffy. So one thing I noticed looking at this box that I really like the packaging. As you can see here, we have, you know, the lower part that's done in a gloss paint. There's also a picture on the side of them here that's also done in gloss. Don't know if you can see that there, but it's also offset by these segments in the background that are done in a matte black. So I really like that. Even though it's all the same tone, it really does make it pop out because it's just a nice display to have it in. Just makes it look really nice. So as you can see, there's a picture of him at the top, Terra Formars logo, Figma logo, Max Factory, and then the figure description there. Turn it on its other side. Same deal. Another picture. Oop, there we go. See here. As you can see there, there's a picture on the side. Another profile picture. Same deal. Gloss bottom, matte back, matte black backing on the back. On the back, there's some more pictures of him in some different poses, carrying that big old club. Used a little dummy figure in the back to kind of show him in his brutality. Very creepy looking dude, but that's why I love them. And you can see all the directions. I can't read Japanese, so that does me no good. But we're gonna go ahead and dig in. So let's go ahead and cut this puppy open. Let's see what we got. So before I cut this bad boy open, just want to make a few notes. You know, I'm not the biggest anime fan. I like some anime. I'm really not too familiar with the anime this is from. I've seen some clips and some snippets from it. One thing I really like about collecting these is that, you know, with each of these animes, it is introducing me to a lot of new anime that I hadn't known about. And, you know, it's kind of getting me back into it, so I think that's pretty cool. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and cut this boy open. So for any of you out there who are closed box collectors, and you might want to close your eyes because it's going to be cringeworthy here as I open this up. But I like to open mine up and I like to pose them. So here we go. Alright. Try to do it as delicately as I possibly can because I really do like this box. I don't want to damage it. So there he is, all the accessories and his club lined up. So we're going to go ahead and take this first layer off. And there we go. Freedom! Freedom! Alright, cool. Alright, so let's take a look here and see what we got. See, they have the fig, the hands, the additional hand choices. We got his big old fat club to beat people to death with. And they also have that tool right here. Alright, so going back to the accessories, as I was mentioning earlier, there's this little tool here that is used to actually move his eyes. We'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, standard Figma stuff. We got the plastic bag here to keep all of your accessories together. So that's really, really nice. Something I really like about Figma is that they include that. I wish more toy companies did that. Here we have the plastic base, having some more posability. You have the little knob that goes on the end of the base there, the base itself, and the posable stand, the thing there. Alright, moving on. And we also have the instructions. So in case you don't know how to play with your toy, here's something to show you how to do it. And it also comes with instructions on how to move the eyes. So pretty cool stuff. Again, I can't read Japanese, so don't know if I can figure that out, but obviously shouldn't be too hard to figure out. Not rocket science. But anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the magnum opus here. Alright guys, so there he is, unboxed. So first thing I notice, this guy is huge. He is a really big Figma. Comparison to one of the more recent ones I got, and I'll grab her real quick just as a funny comparison. My smallest Figma compared with my largest Figma is the Nagisa Mamoe. Here she is, and here he is in comparison. Yeah, she's like the size of his leg. Yeah, so really funny comparison there. There's one gripe that I have with this right now, and it's a pretty egregious problem. And this is probably just with, this might just be with my Figma, my figure that I got, but his waist comes off really easily. I don't know if that's a quality control issue. I don't know if that's just a manufacturer's issue on my end, but that is pretty disappointing. I was really hoping he'd be a lot sturdier than this, considering how big he is and how posable he is. It would be a lot easier to pose him if this was not so easily removed. I mean, you can still put him on and get him in the right pose, and it'll stick, you know. So I guess if you're putting him on a shelf and you're not going to be moving him too much, it's not the biggest problem. It's just, you know, I would have liked to have it a bit more sturdy. But other than that, the other joints move really well. Tons of articulation. So really cool. He's got these really weird little stingers on his ass here. Yeah, don't know what that's about. That is really freaking odd. As you can see right here, he has a little cockroach little texture right there on the back. That's made of like a softer plastic, so it's really nice because it doesn't hinder the head movement in any way, really. Normally, if that were made of hard plastic, it'd be annoying, but you know, Figma's smart. They made it out of soft, so that's good. And it's like a glossy black as opposed to his normal paint job that's done in a matte black. So points there. Really like that. There's his little crazy face there. Lots of movement there. You can move his head back and forth, side to side. Alright, so that's good. Shoulder joint's good. Kind of move it, do like a little arm pump there. So, other than that, other than the waist, all the other joints move really well. I had a little trouble with his leg. His leg kind of popped off, so you might want to be careful there as well. But posability is really good. Full forward, front and back. See, there it is. It kind of popped out a little bit. I don't know if you noticed that, but yeah, his leg popped all the way off. So that's all I'll say is, you know, if you plan on getting this guy, just be careful with him. Because, at least for me, he's a bit fragile. Hopefully you won't have that problem. Maybe it's just my figure, but it could be an issue down the line. So just be careful with that. But other than that, still really cool. But then, yeah, he's got more articulation down here. The toes move. You know, articulation in the ankle. And then move side to side there. So, again, really, really nice. But, moving on, we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the accessories. Alright, so here are some of the accessories. So, first one, here's the club. Now, this is really, really cool. I really like the matte paint that they did on this. It's really nice. It's hollow. You can kind of tell that it's hollow, though. Which is both good and bad. Some people might not like it because they might think it feels cheap. Honestly, I don't think that. I think it feels really good, and I like it because it's very light. And then you can kind of see the little indentation marks here. Very, very, very nice paint job here. Alright, here's another view of all the accessories here. So, going through each of the hands, this is, you can see here he's got kind of like a widespread stance here with his fingers there. Right here he's got the flat karate chop action type of pose. These two are have the hollowed out so you can put the club in his hand. Really very nice. Alright, down here we have the index finger pose, so you can pointer pose. We have a grabbing hand, so you can grab the neck and carry his, I don't know, carcass back to his lair or whatever he does. Oh, sorry about the camera movement there. And finally, we have what appears to be the shocker. Don't know what this guy's into. Maybe I just have a dirty mind there, but but yeah, so those are the hands. So one thing I really will say in comparison to the hands is that the hands are really nice. They do have the same type of paint finish as the figure itself, so it blends in very, very nicely when you put it on. There's no weird lookingness there when you put them on. You know, they're sculpted really, really nice. You can see all the definition in his hands, you know, like the tendons and, you know, each, you know, segment of the fingers are very, very well articulated. So yeah, really, really cool. Moving on, gonna go ahead and also take a look at this tool and how we will move the eyes. Alright, so moving on to the final part of the articulation process. Let's take a look here and see his eye action. So that's one real thing that's really cool about this figure is that, you know, those eyes, those are a really strong focal point of this figure. You know, draws a lot of attention to his face, and that is a very interesting looking face. So it's really cool that they created a toy to remove the eyes. So let's show you how to go about and do that. So to change the eyes, kind of like any other Figma, the easiest way is to take off the head. So we'll put him over there, and as you can see, there's his ugly mug. There we go. So, and basically you just take, let's see if I can get it. I want to break it. There we go. Alright, so the face kind of snaps off like so. There we go. So we'll put that, and then in the back you can see the little tools for the eyes. So I suppose you could just use your finger, but if you want to be a stickler about it, they gave you this nice little tool here. It's pretty cool. So the way you use it is, has a little peg hole there. These have pegs on the end of it. You just basically stick this onto the peg, and then see if I can get it. There you go. Movement in the eyes. So have them looking up, down, right. So pretty cool. You can make his eyes move around, so they have some really, put them in some really intense moments. Make them look to the shifty-eyed, make them focus on something, or if you want to just make them look crazy or like he's had a stroke, you could make them look like that. So pretty cool. So yeah, that's it for the articulations. So let's see him in some pretty cool poses. So there you have it. This has been the review for the Figma Terra Formars. Just some ending notes here with these, especially with these hands that hold the club together. Can be a little tricky. One thing I found is that this thumb right here can pop off. So I'm hoping that's supposed to happen. I think it is, because it came off pretty easily. I may have broken it, who knows, but I think it's supposed to, because otherwise I don't understand how you're supposed to get that in there. So I think you're supposed to pop it off, and the way it works is you put it in there like so, and then you put the thumb back on. Now the thumb is kind of loose on there though, so like if you want to have it at the top of the hilt there, could wedge off to the point where this thumb pops off. So be careful with that. But could be a really nice way to deal with it. I mean, if you're really not too worried about it and you want them to hold it forever, I mean, you could glue it in if you're tired of it. See, it falls off like that. Falls off pretty easily. So that's both a good and a bad point. Overall, I'd probably give the figure itself, as far as sculpt, probably go ahead and give it a go ahead and just give it a 9. I mean, it's, the sculpt is really well done. A lot of detail, lots of grooves here on the abdomen there. So again, very well sculpted. I guess the only gripe I have with it, as far as that, is, the waist comes off really easily. That's my review. I hope you enjoyed it. And, yeah, hit the link. But, if you don't like eBay, you can find it on Amazon or anywhere else. But, yeah, that's it. So definitely appreciate you taking the time to watch my video today. It's my first video, so I hope you enjoy it, and hopefully there'll be more to come. And then you can also catch us on the Stuff Podcast. We record every Thursday at the Heroes and Games in Columbus, Ohio. So definitely check us out there. And I will see you next time.